If you find this next clip very relatable, please keep on watching because I literally made this video just for you.
What is on Netflix? God, my 4 favorite shows: Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Mindy Project, and The Crown.
Maybe just like one episode and then I'll study. Oh my god, what century is it? Hello, my name is Kian and I'm a first year medical student. My channel is mostly vlogs on what med school is really like, so if you want to know more, you should please subscribe. Anyways, today's video is going to be 5 tips on how to study when you absolutely do not feel like it. Tip number 1 is switch up your location. So you can get very bored of studying in your house, just the same as you can get very bored of studying in the library. And if you spend too long in these places, your productivity can decline. So a few of my favorite places to study are: 1, at home at my desk, 2nd is at Starbucks, and 3rd is at school. So schools usually have study rooms, libraries, little library like cubby holes that you lock yourself into, and all of these are great places to study and just give you a change of scenery. My second piece of advice is start with a small goal. So it's really hard to get into studying when you're like, wow, I need to learn every piece of endocrinology that we have learned so far this year. That's huge. That's so much content. Set yourself a super small goal. This might cover half of a lecture, but once you complete that goal, that gives you this inertia and this feeling of, wow, I can study, I can get this done, and slowly you can take on larger goals. Tip number 3, use the Pomodoro technique. So many times in my vlogs I have referenced this, and like every medical student on YouTube uses this, as well as people that aren't on YouTube. What is the Pomodoro technique? Basically, it's a timer and you set it for 25 minutes and then you set it for 5 minutes. 25 minutes is dedicated to work, 5 minutes is dedicated to a break. And after 4 cycles of that, you get a 15-minute break. You just keep cycling through this, and this keeps your productivity levels nice and high because it prevents getting fatigued or focusing on the same thing for too long. There's lots of apps that you can download that will automatically do the Pomodoro technique for you. The one that I have is called Be Focused. There is another app called Flora, which actually combines the Pomodoro technique with an anti-phone usage app. So basically, you can't touch your phone for 25 minutes and it grows like a flower or a tree, but if you pick up your phone, the tree dies. Tip number 4 is set up deadlines that force you to get studying done. So there are 3 sort of ways you can do this. My first favorite way is set up a review session with a prof or book an office hour to ask questions. This will force you to review the material for that day when you meet with your prof so that you can get the most out of your session. Second tip is set up a review session with a friend. Third is set up a social event. So Saturday night, lots of people like to go out, lots of people like to go out for dinner or go out and party, and having this set up is another form of a deadline. And you can set up goals. I want to review these 10 things, and when you complete those 10 things, you can feel good about going out and not feeling guilty. My 5th and final tip is to set up a study routine / sanctuary. So I made a whole video on my personal study routine. I will link it in the description below if you're interested. But basically, this is following the same idea of sleep hygiene or a sleep routine. Lots of people recommend for a good night's sleep, you need to set up your bedroom so it's optimized for sleep. And you need to have a routine that eases your brain into thinking, okay, I need to relax, it's time to sleep. The same can be applied to studying. So setting up a desk that has an ergonomic, clean space. Setting up a desk for maximal efficiency where you can reach all the pens and markers you need, where it's easy to print, where you have a good light source. These are all important to setting up a almost sacred study space. And then as part of the routine, I like to do certain activities that act as cues before studying to kind of gear me up and get me in that mindset of, okay, this is going to be a great study session. Keep in mind, these things need to be short. You can't have like an hour pre-study routine because that defeats the purpose of getting things done. So my 2 quick things are, 1, I like to make a cup of tea, a hot chocolate or a coffee, a nice warm drink. And 2nd is I like to light a candle. And then when I'm done studying, I close the session by blowing out the candle. Alright, well that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any video suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to spread the love in your life and online.